Well, babes, we are just 4 weeks out from baby girl's arrival, and you know what that means? This mama is in total nesting mode, and I am just ready to get my organization on. So come thrift with me today as we basically do the ultimate organization thrift trip full of vintage finds that will get this house nice, ready, and organized. Because this mama is definitely in need of it. So let's go! A little snack on the way because I am seriously always hungry now. And with that, hey Siri, take me to Red, White, and Blue thrift store.
Getting directions to Red, White,
Let's go! Well, hey babes, what is up? It's Haley and welcome back to my channel. If there's two things that I love in this life, it is thrifting and it is organization. And today's video is going to be a combination of the both because as many of you guys know, I have 4 weeks left until baby girl's arrival and I've been in such a nesting mode right now. What does that mean? Every nook and cranny of my home, I want it organized because ever since we moved, we still have boxes that are unpacked. We still have closets that I need to go through. And I thought that for today's video, it would actually be so fun to take you guys along with me in hunting for some essential home items that can help us get organized. Baskets, organizers, containers, especially things for the kitchen too. Because if you saw my last vlog, I have recently done an entire backsplash into my kitchen on my own, which means that our kitchen is officially complete and all of our shelves now need some decorating. I need some containers for my pantry. There's literally so much potential in what you can find at a thrift store to help you get organized. And I thought that today I would share all my little tips and tricks on what I love to search here in order for us to do so. So with all that being said, come thrift with me today as we do the ultimate organization thrift trip. And trust me when I say you're gonna get some really good inspo in this one. So let's go. Okay, I am diving right into the home section as I get here, and I already see that they actually moved some things around. This used to be where the glassware was, and now they actually moved a lot of the wood items here, which is one of my favorite aisles. And starting off right at the front already, I found something that I've actually had on my thrift list for so long. If you have no idea what this is actually a little bread box. It is so freaking cool. This thing slides right up. The only thing I'm a bit confused about is I'm not sure if there was like maybe supposed to be shelves over here so that it looks like this, but I can even use one of my little tools to like cut this out and just have this be like one big storage box to either put in my countertop on my kitchen or maybe even in my pantry. I could use it for bread storage, or even I'm actually thinking if I was to cut all this out in the middle, I can use this to store all of the baby formula right on the counter. Obviously we got to give it a good clean up, but this has amazing organization potential, so let's grab it. I'm even thinking to restain it too, but guys, we're off to a great start already. All right, well, something else that I know so many of us are buying on Amazon right now is drawer dividers and organizers, but most of the time at the thrift store I'm able to score on those on my own for so much cheaper. Just like these right over here. We have a little cutlery tray, but I personally really like this bamboo one. They're just $3 each, and I'm pretty sure the red tags are on sale as well. This could be so perfect to just pop into any drawer and just create some compartments for the kitchen. Oh, you guys, and then take a look at this. This right here has such cute potential to be a little spice rack. I love this little scallop edge trim. I feel like it is so unique, but to either set this on a counter or even hang it up on the wall, and then you can display all your little spices in here. I love that. Only $3.99 too. Okay, there's some more wood items we're gonna get to in the back, but right now I'm passing by the glassware section. And even though we are mainly looking for organization stuff, if I do find some other little home trinkets that I want, I'm gonna show them to you also. I've mentioned to you guys when it comes to dishes and glassware, because I keep kosher, I'm only allowed to be thrifting things that are made of glass because they don't absorb any of the previous foods that have been on it. So finding cute vintage glassware is always my vibe. And something I've really wanted is some cute little espresso pourers. These ones are so stunning. I love the scallop edge trim. To put this under my coffee maker and to brew my espresso in here, to even foam up my creams. I love these two for that, so grabbing those for sure. As well as this right here. This is actually meant for juicing lemons and limes, which I always love to drink lemon water in the morning. It's so pretty and these are easy to wash, so grabbing that also. And then for just $1.99, I really love the shape of this little container. This will be perfect for sugar or honey, especially in my coffee station. I love the fact that the lid is glass also. I do have to admit though, sometimes I get so bummed that I can't actually pick up things that are ceramics because there's so many cute ceramic items here. Like especially now with fall coming up, how adorable is this set of little pumpkin plates? It is so freaking festive. But yes, I'm gonna have to leave it behind for another one to find. Or even these, for somebody who wants to add more color into their kitchen, these little container jars are so adorable. They have the wood top lids and the deep green is stunning. Like even displayed on some shelves, this will be so pretty. But again, I can't thrift them. Yes, this is meant to be a practical thrift trip, but it doesn't mean that we can't still look for some fun decor. And I love thrifting framed artwork. I especially have some places around the house, like in my kitchen, that I'm looking to put like a nice framed art piece. There was somebody here that donated like a ton of plates, but these aren't necessarily my style. Oh my gosh, hold on. This framed piece is so pretty. I may be wrong, but this may totally be a print of a really popular oil painting. I love all the little flowers and the cottagecore vibe. Even the frame is so pretty. For $4.99, this will suit the house so well. Okay, this may be just me, but only recently I learned that not every produce you buy goes into the fridge. There's actually some fruits and veggies that actually thrive better not in the fridge. Lemons, limes, garlic, that's just some of them. And I've been wanting a cute solution to be able to display them on my countertop without taking up too much space. And this right here is so perfect. I don't know if you guys can actually see the size, like it's not huge, but this is the perfect size to put some like limes on top, lemons in the bottom, and have it rest on the countertop. I love the rattan material too. $2.99, what a score. They would totally sell this at Target right now. Back in an area where there's some wooded items, and major score, you guys. I did not think that I was gonna find this. These right over here, drawer dividers. And the prettiest wood also. These are so freaking expensive online. Usually it's like $24 for a pack of 2. These are just $2.99 each. And there are so many here. I am definitely picking up all of these. They're gonna help keep things so organized, especially in like the little baby station, to organize things like bottles and burp cloths, all that kind of stuff. Look, there's some bamboo ones here for $1.99. All of these are coming home with me. This would have cost me at least $40-50 if I was to get a new in store right now. There's actually a couple of like little loopholes when it comes to kosher laws with dishware. If it's something that we would only put cold items in, for example, things like fruit, that would actually be okay because cold doesn't absorb. Like there's literally so many rules around it. But the only ceramics I would be able to thrift is something that I would only put cold items in. And I can't believe I found this because it's so cute. Take a look at these. I am not even joking. These little berry holders with the hand-drawn blueberries on them. There's a simple one here too, but they are adorable. Like this would totally be so expensive at Urban Outfitters or Anthropologie. This is so Pinterest coded, cottagecore. I love. And I already know as I'm gonna be like breastfeeding, I'm gonna want to be munching on fruits like blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. So having them in these little containers will be so nice and handy right by my bed. No, I just broke one. Guys, stop. I'm so embarrassed. I literally just broke one and I offered to pay for it. But luckily, the cute one of the two survived. The other one did not. I'm gonna give them that $2.99. I feel so bad. But at least we saved the cute blueberry one. Oh, Haley, you're so embarrassing. Another cute ceramic find here in the trinkets. I am telling you, today is like very, very cottagecore themed. Look at these little tiny ceramic baskets. They have the prettiest weaving on them. And guys, you're gonna laugh, but you know what I would use this as? A little wooden toothpick holder on my table. Pop some wooden toothpicks in here, and it's so freaking adorable. One for the dining table, one for the breakfast nook. I mean, how cute of an idea is that to display them? These are so adorable. Are you guys like taking in the wood cottagecore theme we have right now? All things that I love. Guys, it's actually crazy. I think today was so meant to be specifically a nesting organization video because how have I never seen this at a thrift store, but like this is the perfect time to. Look at this, guys. These are Boone drying racks that I'm not even joking. I purchased one on Facebook Marketplace recently. These are actually specifically meant to hang your bottles upside down to wash your little baby bottles. These cost like $35 on Amazon, and right here it has it for $2.99. They have the green one, but of course I want the white one. I actually do have one already, but I want to have one for upstairs as well. For if at any point we start giving bottles, I want to be able to have a drying rack upstairs in my bathroom too. So this one is perfect and exactly what I need. So we made our way into the glassware, specifically like the cups and the champagne glasses and such. Why am I here? Because recently in my kitchen, I actually installed a couple of floating shelves above my fridge. And one of them is actually meant to hang some glass cups upside down and like wine glasses and such, which Erin and I have none of. I've been browsing a couple online and I found these ones on Target that are so pretty, but so expensive for a set. And I cannot believe it, but I found such a similar set right here. I do have little touches of green in my kitchen, and how perfect would these be? Love stained glass right now. now. I'm honestly so scared to like break something else, guys. But these upside down would be so pretty on that rack. They do have 6 here. They have smaller versions as well, but I think I'm just gonna grab the 6 taller ones. And I wonder if it's $4.99 for the set or $4.99 each. I feel like maybe it's $4.99 for a pair. So gonna grab 6 of these to take right on home. You guys, I am convinced that this is my best home thrift trip ever because I just found something for my entryway that is so perfect that I've been wanting, and it's like perfect as is. Guys, take a look at this. This is gonna be ultimate little organization hack, okay? Our entryway right now is an absolute mess. There's no place to hang up our bags or jackets, the girls' backpacks. This shelf right on over here that you can go ahead and install straight into the wall has the prettiest wooden tone, has a shelf right on top that I can display some decor, and it's got some wooden pegs that I can actually hang my purses in the front of the house. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, this is the entryway that I'm speaking of. Right now it is like a blank wall. I really wanted to add beadboard to the bottom of it, and I think that displaying the shelf right on the beadboard would be the absolute best organization hack for that small little space that has no storage whatsoever. The wooden tone of this is so perfect to match with my home details, and it's only $12.99 too. Is there anything better than a thrift trip like this? Please tell me. And then right as I was passing the textiles, obviously little gingham plaid always catches my eye. And you guys, I think that these are cafe curtains. There's like a little layered area right here that you could put in a curtain rod. And this is like 3 panels, I think. I actually think that this would look so cute in a certain area in my kitchen. And I think it's only $4.99 for the 3 panels. Let's try it. I always love checking out things like fabrics and tea towels specifically because you never know what patterns you might find that you'll love. For example, these, I'm pretty sure that these are just like napkins or something, but how pretty is this gingham pattern? What I'm imagining to do with this is to actually add it to the back of a picture frame to add a fun pop of color and texture. Here are some examples, and basically just use it as like scrap fabric for any little projects. These are so pretty. So no, today's thrift trip is not about the clothes, but there is one section that I just can't help checking out. I've been getting so lucky with the overalls here lately. I mean, these Free People corduroy ones I love so much that I think I'm gonna make this the only clothing category I'm gonna check out today. And I'm already seeing a lot of overall options. These ones right here are so cute. There's no tag on them in terms of where they're from, but I love the big pockets and it just looks so roomy. Only $5.99 for these. You're joking me. Guys, an authentic pair of Levi's overalls. These ones are definitely gonna be too small for me right now, but for after this pregnancy, I am praying that I can fit into these. They're only $7.99. 2 Horse brand overalls in denim. This is like their work clothing line. How cute. I am literally such an overall girly, so I can't say no to these. It's just like the cottagecore in me right now loves overalls. And no way, guys, look at these. Look at these. What is it with finding so many fun and funky overalls lately? These are some corduroy overalls that actually do look like they're gonna fit me, and they've got some stitched flowers on them. How pretty. Wider leg at the bottom, and like, oh my gosh, I put it out there that I want to find more overalls, and like every single thrift trip I've been nailing such good ones. Only $5.99 for these, and adding them to my fun overall collection for sure. Okay, well at this point, you guys, I don't think we could have done better, and I literally don't have any room in my cart left, so time for me to check out. Well, babes, we've made it back home, and here are just a couple of the thrift finds that I ended up picking up today. So many of them are perfect for helping me get organized. And now that we're back home, for this part of the video, what I basically want to show you is how I get these cleaned up and how I actually stain and like change the look of some of them so that they can match my house a bit more. Like, some of these items definitely need a lot of TLC, and I get questions all the time on how I clean and prep my thrift items. So here we go. I think we'll start with the biggest item of them all, our new little bread box. So before getting into our DIY, I'm actually sure that you guys are noticing that my kitchen is looking pretty empty because I have officially completed my kitchen backsplash, and I am so in love, you guys. Let me pan you over. This is what the brick tile is looking like, and we have gone all the way up to the ceiling. Yes, I did that myself. Here is your proof. I am so in love with how it turned out. I feel like the big centerpiece stone integrates so well into the countertops now because we have a couple of those like beige little tiles that kind of just tie the quartzite together with the the cabinets together with the white walls and like the little wood details. I feel like it works so nicely now. I'm obsessed. The fact that we went all the way up, it was so necessary. But you can see that we are totally lacking in decoration. My rail rack, the little wine rack that we got some glasses for. My next video is gonna be such a fun one because I'm actually gonna be adding in a bunch of new decor and like styling it up. But in the meantime, we should go ahead and prepare some of our thrift finds for it, because as much as this bread box is so beautiful, you guys have to admit this wooden tone is just so much more of like a coastal vibe kind of kitchen rather than a more like vintagey vibe that I have going on. So my goal for this is obviously to get it cleaned up, and I actually want to go ahead and restain it. If you are new to staining wood and wood pieces, then I really don't want you to get overwhelmed because it's super easy to do so. All of the shelves that you see right now I actually stained myself, as well as like so many of these thrift finds I actually went ahead and stained myself too. And there's different methods that you can go ahead and do so. Here are two completely different trays, for example, that I've actually stained in different ways. This one, when I first saw it, had a bunch of watermarks on it, and I liked the natural wood color it had already, but to enhance it, I actually went in with something called Old English Nourishing Mineral Oil. So this is an oil that actually does darken up your wood a little bit. It basically gets rid of all of those watermarks and gives your wood a nice rich looking tone. The thing is that this will only work if your wood is already pretty dark. This tray, for example, when I got it, it was not the color tone that I loved, so I went ahead and stained it in an actual stain color. And this, you guys are gonna see me use it so much, has been my obsession lately. This is a Minwax gel stain. Why have I not been using gel stain up to now? I don't even know. But what is so amazing about this is that this actually has a gel consistency instead of a liquid consistency like most stains. You could see it just like wiggles like that, and it just adheres to wood so much better. It gives you such a deeper color, and I personally think a more smooth even finish as well. With my obsession with wood tones lately, I actually took this coffee stain and I restained my shelves. They're actually looking darker than they used to, but I actually used it to restain this little tray as well, which this is usually what I use next to my cooking corner. This tray I usually use to display all of my coffee items, as you guys know. And yeah, these two products are basically going to be your thrift flip DIY best friends. So with a piece like this, I really wanted to match the shelves that I have going on. So knowing that, I'm going to go in with the coffee gel stain right after we get it cleaned up so that it could look so pretty displayed on my countertops right by my shelves. But for some reason, it's coming out like really dark. Like it's still a dark brown. It's definitely darker than I would have wanted. So I do have another one, which is aged oak. I think I'm gonna try this one instead. If maybe like the outside and the majority can be in that color, it may turn out a little bit nicer. So it's okay, trial and error. The inside doesn't matter too much anyway. It's more the outside part that I care about the most. Let me just do a little test on the back to make sure that this is the color that we like. Oh yeah, that is definitely more of a brown color than I'm into. Yep, much better. Well, that was really messy. But you know what? I am actually so happy with how it's turning out. I mean, it's obviously not done because once it does dry, I have to go in with a couple clear coats of polyacrylic. And this basically just gives it like a nice protective layer. And it gives it like a subtle satin sheen, which I really like too. But I definitely feel like this truly looks like a vintage piece now. But that being said, I do have a couple of questions and I would really love your advice on what I should do. I wanted to ask your opinion. Should we keep the little wooden knobs? Because right now they kind of blend in with all of it. Or should we replace them for like some maybe tiny brass ones? I thought that could possibly be a really nice idea, but I don't know. Do you like the look of the knobs blending in, or do you think that having like little brass hardware would elevate this so much more? But it's actually crazy. This was $20 and 50% off, so for $10, the fact that we have a stunning bread box now, I just know that once it's finished and we find a place for it, it's gonna be the perfect little organizer to keep all of our bread, our jams, anything I want for my breakfast corner. I love it. Okay, in terms of actual DIYs, I feel like that's the only one I have time for today because I do have to pick pick up the girls soon. But let me show you a couple of the other items that we were able to find and where I'm thinking to style them. For my next find, guys, I am so happy about the fact that this piece is already in the perfect wood color. But remember how I mentioned my entryway? We have no closet storage, no place to hang anything, no place to put our shoes here at all. But we do have this like random blank wall right off to the door of our entrance. And I basically thought that this would be the perfect area for us to add some beadboard and paint it beige, just like we've done with my bookshelves in the past. I feel like it would add so much character and charm to this little space. And then I always thought to just go ahead and add hooks directly into the beadboard, just like this. But then when I came across this piece at the thrift store today for $12.99, I was like, hold on. The size, the length, it looks like it would be perfect. And dare I say, I think I'm right. So just imagine having like the beadboard over here, and then I can attach this shelf right on top. Guys, it is perfect. I don't know yet what height I want to have it at, but this will be so great because then we have a place to properly hang some of our purses and our bags. You have a ledge over here, so I could even put some like family photos or some like other nice little decor too. With the beadboard in the bottom, I feel like that will be so good. I'm actually thinking that this is going to be our next project in the next vlog, just doing like a full little entryway makeover. So stay tuned if you guys do want to see that. But I had to show you that the length of this, it really does fit perfectly here. I couldn't have imagined a better piece to help get our entryway organized, because usually you see this floor right here, there's shoes and bags and purses and everything all over the place, and I needed a solution, and so glad that we found one. All the glassware I ended up thrifting, I actually gave it a good wash, and they are so pretty. I'm like so excited to just look for more fun vintage glassware to add to the shelf right here. I wanted to test it out. I have not yet put a single glass on there to see how it's gonna look, so let's try. Oh, it fits. Stop, that is so cute and it looks so good. I mean, these are obviously shorter glasses, as you can see. I could definitely do a mix of like some longer ones too, but it's so pretty, especially once we stack some wine over here, add some decor to the top shelf. I feel like that will look perfect. And truly, just like glassware in general, we scored so good. You guys saw these like little creamer cups that I found. Right away I knew that they would be so good displayed right over top my coffee corner on this little rail. And again, so pretty. I'm gonna actually do a mix of like colored glass. I actually have some fun patterned glassware too. I honestly just can't wait to start styling it all. Okay, and what else do we have here? Oh, our potential little spice rack, which I honestly do want to stain a little bit darker as well. But let me show you what this would look like displayed with all the spices, even as is. Man, I mean, the idea is so cute and it has so much charm, but I just realized that spices don't fit on the bottom shelves. But I feel like I could still put something there. I don't know, do you guys have any ideas? Obviously I'm not going to be keeping it here, but maybe I can actually add this on the side of my fridge. That's a potential option. But let me know your ideas down below, because I really do want to stain it and add it to my kitchen somewhere. And we've got like a whole lot more little containers and decor. I actually think in the next video is when I'm going to go and show you guys how I'm going to use all of these boxes and stuff to help me organize. I wish I could show you everything in this one video, but I truly think that I found enough organization items, plus the stuff I already have, to do a huge organize with me / nest with me too. Gotta buy some more lemons and limes for this, some fresh berries for my new container, and then I also have to find places for all the new little decor. I'm actually thinking maybe this artwork like right over there in the empty section of my kitchen. It will tie in so well with the whole cottagecore vibe we have going on. But with that being said, you guys, I really hope that you enjoyed today's little thrift with me, or big thrift with me actually, because we found a ton of stuff, and hopefully it gave you some inspiration and motivation to check out your local thrift stores for specific organization items, because sometimes you could find a lot of these on Amazon and stuff. Yes, it's convenient, but it's so much more expensive than being able to score and get it secondhand. And you guys already know, if you're watching up to this point, then you're the real MVP and our favorite kind of people. If you are watching up to this point, then comment down below thrifty treasures, because truly we found such good treasures on today's thrift trip, and it's crazy to think that I spent less than $150 on everything that I showed you today. Thrifting brings me so much joy, and being able to take a look around my house and see so many little thrifted pieces thrown out throughout the space just makes me so happy. So comment it down below, and be sure to follow me on Instagram if you guys do want to see little hacks and tutorials on how I'm going to thrift flip a bunch of these other items. I decided I'm going to film like cute little reels showing you how I do it all, so you could save it to your own folder and get inspiration whenever you need it. With all that, I love you all forever and always. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one.